Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining our project proposal call today for the SwiftCare initiative at Atrium Health Baptist Hospital. My name is Katheryn Bailey, and I'm the founder and CEO of Lean Healthcare Consulting. Our core mission is to provide the highest level of service as we work with you to improve your processing times and reduce waste through lean methodologies and iterative improvements. So let's jump right in. Norman Vincent Peale, best known for his groundbreaking book, The Power of Positive Thinking, reminds us of the extraordinary power of our mindset. When we change our thoughts, we don't just alter the way we see the world, we transform the very world we live in. We understand that change is hard, and we hope that by the end of this initiative, we will have created a new way of thinking about the way you do your work every day. The process improvements we make in this project will positively impact other departments and will impact patient care for the better, hopefully for years to come. So let's talk about the why of this initiative. Inefficient intake and patient throughput across 4 key hospital departments is causing delays, excess waste, patient dissatisfaction, and resource underutilization. Our solution will be to utilize Lean Six Sigma experts who will guide us through our initiative to streamline operations, eliminate waste, and enhance service quality. The scope of this project will include 4 targets. These 4 focus areas are admissions, surgery setup, new patient bed turnaround, and patient discharge. Throughout the initiative, we will implement core process improvements, we will conduct 4 Kaizen events, and take feedback through patient engagement surveys. The implementation of this project is estimated to span somewhere between 8 to 10 months, and we anticipate that the budget is approximately $2.5 million, but we do expect a recovery of around $1 million through the cost savings that we will achieve by reducing the waste and eliminating rework. So let's talk about the goals of the initiative. The objectives of this project are fourfold. First, we want to reduce processing times by at least 50%. We want to reduce waste by $1 million. We want to improve customer satisfaction scores by at least 15%. And lastly, but not least, we want to reduce staff workload by optimizing the workflows within the hospital. To track our success, we are going to monitor several metrics. We will be monitoring process improvement rates, which means we will run 4 separate simulations, and we will track the timing and improvements at each test run. Patient satisfaction. This will be done through patient and family engagement surveys taken at periodic intervals throughout this initiative. We will monitor our acceleration rates for process improvements. Each time we hold a simulation, those comparison rates are going to be tracked. So our focus, as I said, will be admissions, and this will be to streamline patient registration, intake procedures, and to improve our first impressions with our customers and our patients, because we want to reduce those delays. For our bed turnaround, we want to accelerate that room preparation and the room availability by optimizing cleaning, staffing, and handover procedures. For surgical setup, we want to reduce the preparation times for operating rooms, ensuring timely surgical procedures are being performed. And lastly, for discharge, we'd like to improve our coordination between clinical and administrative teams as we expedite these patient releases. A few of the key deliverables that we will bring to this project: we will introduce department-specific benchmarks and action plans. We will guide the implementation of technological upgrades and metrics analytics. We will report out for periodic progress reports and a final analysis of the outcomes as well. To make this initiative a success, the team should be comprised of myself as change management lead, My counterpart, Lauren Long, she is the Change Management Project Manager, and will round out my team for consulting for the metrics and reporting. That's going to be Andrew Sofko, and he's our business analyst, and he's fantastic. On the Wake Forest medical team for this project, we have our project sponsor, Dr. Christopher Emery, the PMO transformation lead, Lisa Smith. The steering committee will be led by Christopher Beck, who has appointed Randy Reed and Scott Reeves to serve on that committee. And finally, our technical team will include Jason Link from admissions, Andrew Lee from surgical processing, Cha Vang from the room discharge group, and Lauren Kelly from patient discharge. One other note I'd like to make. We will bring in other stakeholders from the hospital throughout this project, but we want you to know that we are always going to place patient care at the forefront of everything that we do. So we will be very accommodating of your busy schedules. Do not worry. Our success will be built on the foundation of Atrium Wake Forest's past initiatives. We will keep what has worked and improve upon what hasn't worked. So this timeline that you see here, it's going to reflect our phases, our milestones, important tasks. There are 3 distinct phases to this project, as you can see here along the bottom. Phase 1 is planning and initiation, which we've already done quite a bit of that work. Phase 2 is our project execution phase, and phase 3 is our closing and maintenance phase of the project. During this time, this is where we publish all of the project results, and we move your account over to more of a support model. And our approach is simple. We will first conduct an initial processing map session, and that will identify bottlenecks in each department. During this initiative, we will also conduct a total of 4 Kaizen events, and this will enhance ongoing training through these 3 workshops. This is to make sure that the changes stick, and to ensure that continuous improvement becomes the new mindset. Throughout this project, we will garner feedback from patients through 5 patient surveys, taken and timed with our steering committee meetings. These phases will be implemented strategically and mindfully of your employees' current workload. Our team will be with you every step of the way, and we will celebrate with you as you watch your process improvement scores soar while driving value at the bedside. Our success will be built on the foundation of your past initiatives. And lastly, this slide helps us to understand a little bit about how the budget is going to be allocated across this strategic initiative. And as you can see, the budget considerations are consultancy services, technology investments, change management, and there will be miscellaneous costs such as facilities, recognition events, things of that nature. We will also need collateral and several other costs, such as when we host the events, we do like to give out prizes, but a lot of that stuff we will talk about later in the project. All of this is clearly outlined in our agreement. So please also know that we will keep all of the other projects within your organization top of mind as we work through this initiative. So if there are any connected initiatives or projects that you want us to consider, please let us know, because if we can help someone downstream in a different department through this initiative, we absolutely want to do that. And we want to ensure that this project only complements and enhances other projects in your hospital. Next, I do want to mention a few of the risks that we may encounter with this initiative and our next steps. So first, the risks. By anticipating challenges ahead of time and having some mitigation strategies in place, we will be better poised to stay on track and be successful. So what are the risks in this project? Well, first of all, again, there's always resistance to change. We know that change is hard, and we're going to mitigate the resistance, and we will take the following mitigating steps. We will conduct early and open communication about the benefits of this initiative to address staff concerns and build trust between your group and our group. We will engage the staff in the development process through workshops, feedback sessions, and we will ensure that their input is considered, fostering ownership. We will provide thorough training and support to ease the transition, alongside clear documentation and access to resources. We will highlight early wins and success stories to demonstrate the positive impact of these changes and to boost morale. And interdepartment coordination, it's going to be great. To be successful, our communication will have to be very good, and it is paramount to this project being a success. So to achieve this, how will we do that? Well, first, we will establish a centralized communication platform such as Teams or Slack. We will streamline updates. We will facilitate collaboration between clinical and administrative teams, and each one of those groups will have representatives at all of our meetings. Our operational teams will also have a representative at every meeting. And we will schedule those cross-departmental meetings to align with objectives and address concerns. We will track our progress at these meetings, and they will be really open forums for us to collaborate, communicate, and innovate. Ensuring that all of the stakeholders remain on the same page is of paramount importance, and we want to make sure that that happens. We will appoint a dedicated liaison or project coordinator to bridge communication gaps and resolve any interdepartmental conflicts, and there will be some, but that's okay. And finally, for technological adoption and integration, we will perform a thorough assessment of your existing systems and the compatibility before we implement any new tools, minimizing any integration challenges. We've developed a phased implementation plan, with buffer timelines, and this will account for all of our lag or potential delays, along with our contingency strategies for those unexpected technical issues or delays. We're going to conduct those comprehensive training sessions and provide ongoing support to ensure that the staff is confident and comfortable with the new technology. For our resource allocation, we want to prioritize our tasks using a resource management work frame and ensuring time, staff, and funds are allocated to the most critical focus areas first. We're going to monitor our resource usage regularly, and we will adjust allocations dynamically based on project progress and, of course, changing requirements. We will engage leadership to secure additional resources if that's necessary, and we will proactively identify areas where efficiencies can offset those resource constraints that we're seeing. We want to sustain our momentum, so to foster stakeholder engagement throughout regular updates, that's going to help keep everyone engaged and communicating. We also want to celebrate the milestones and the wins. I mentioned that before, but I can't say that enough, that it is so important that we celebrate our achievements so that we can maintain the enthusiasm and our focus for this project. We will introduce recognition and reward systems to incentivize our team members and stakeholders, reinforcing their commitment to this project. We will set clear short-term goals alongside the long-term vision, ensuring stakeholders see tangible progress throughout the project lifecycle. And finally, our next steps are listed here on the right and are identified as well on the timeline. The first step would be to conduct our comprehensive process audit, where we will evaluate your current workflows in our 4 targets. Next, we will develop and gain approval for our action plans, and this is where we will create our department-specific benchmarks. We will collaborate with stakeholders to ensure alignment on objectives and timelines. We will implement some technological enhancements, and that we'll roll out those upgrades, and anything such as an automation tool or an analytics software, we will of course have IT involved for our cybersecurity. We will establish continuous monitoring and reporting, and we're going to introduce periodic progress reports to review KPIs, or key performance indicators. So I will begin coordinating these steps as soon as we gain the green light from your leadership. I want to thank you for your time today. It has been my pleasure to present this project proposal. Please let me know if you have any questions or suggestions. Our team looks very forward to working with you on this important initiative. Thank you for your time. Goodbye.